Good morning, yogis. This is Julie from Totally Holistic Health, and this week we're going to continue our exploration into the yamas and the niyamas, which are part of the Yoga Sutras for yoga. So this week is the last of the yamas, and the final one is called Aparigraha. And if you're looking at translations, it tends to be non-possessiveness, non-hoarding, along those lines. So in terms of sort of like your general lifestyle, you're sort of looking at basically whether or not sort of looking at all the stuff you actually have, and actually noticing whether you're actually being too possessive about any of your material goods. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be material objects. It can also be, people, also emotions as well. So are you not letting your emotions out when you need to? Are you not sharing sort of emotions with family or friends? Are you basically sort of really, really closed off to whether you've been hurt in the past and things like that? So basically not sharing how you're feeling. So in terms of non-possession, in terms of sort of emotions, just think about sort of, rather than sort of being possessive of sort of, or sharing sort of objects, think about such maybe sharing of your emotions as well. So even just sharing sort of positive energy, some kindness, or even a smile. I'm just thinking, I was just thinking how everyone benefits from something along those lines as well. So you're actually sharing part of yourself as well. And also just maybe sort of making up a plan of, just doing that little act of kindness for somebody, but obviously not expecting anything back in return, just really sort of giving because you actually want to, but also making, really taking note of how you're actually feeling in yourself, in your mind and your heart as well. Also in terms of, like non-grasping and non-possessiveness, do you find that sometimes you're actually envious of what other people have or what other people do? So again, it's just letting go of that sort of thing. A lot of things with Aparigraha is about letting go. So, basically make sure you're living in the moment, really, really enjoying it, and then just moving on. Don't sort of, nothing is permanent in life. So just really enjoying the moment while you can. A lot of people sort of tend to hold on to emotions or possessions or even people, basically because through fear of letting go. But some of those some things actually do outstay their welcome and they become stagnant. So it's nice to, moving out of your comfort zone a little bit sometimes as well. So just sort of like, you're in your physical practice as well as also in your life as well. So people, maybe sort of think about, what your attachment to things are, whether attachments to people, attachment to sort of like maybe negative emotion, or like living in a sort of like a toxic relationship, whether you're sort of like, you're scared to let go of that or having attachment to that because it's something to hold on to. Sometimes it is actually really important to let go. Also, looking at, not expecting to receive something you've really not worked for as well. So looking at on the mat, sometimes, you sometimes can find that you're actually holding back on something as well. So trying to conserve, your energy. So, basically sort of holding back on certain sort of postures, which is a sort of sort of form of self-protection, which obviously is perfectly natural. But again, sometimes it can deprive you of that potential of actually achieving a certain goal on the mat. So, maybe sort of asking yourself if you're actually, conserving or holding that energy, and also why. So a few thoughts there. I'm going to rustle up a little yoga practice for you to help you let go of any sort of, allow you to let go a little bit as well if you wish. So I will hopefully catch up with you later. Take care. Ta-da for now.